All right. Hi, everyone. I can see that Neil and Sarah and Lynn is here. Great to see you. Tariq, Sarah, Neil, and Lynn. Hi, everybody. And here we are at the Fes Medina. Looks like I've got a fair few people here, so please say hi. Let me know who's here. Give me a wave. And we have literally just, hi, Catherine, literally just finished dinner. So Neil, we're in Fez in Morocco, and right behind me is um, is what's called a hammam, and that's where we had a treatment. I'll tell you all about that in a moment. But I'm going to turn the camera around. I think we're just about. Hi, Dawn. Great to see you. So we're going to turn the camera around and bear with me for a second while I do this. Okay, that should be good to go. And here we are in the Fes Medina. I'm going to get up. Richard's going to pay the bill. We've just finished dinner. We've literally still sitting at the table where we finished dinner. I had skewers and Richard had a tagine. All right, so let's get up. Hi, Natasha. Great to see you. And there's a big step here, so bear with me for 2 seconds while I negotiate that big step. And we'll take you through the Medina. So the first place across the way from where we had dinner is this amazing pastry and sweet vendor. And I tell you what, the bees and wasps absolutely love it. they're all hovering around inside this cabinet, trying to get their little mouth parts, I guess, onto all the lovely honey and stuff in this cabinet here. Hi, Inga. Lovely to see you. And Tish? Okay, Inga says, can't stay long, but I want to say hello and thank you. I'm glad you did. So across the way over there, that's the hammam that we visited yesterday. We both had, well, I had a treatment the day before. Richard had a treatment yesterday, sorry. And basically what that is it's a bathhouse and they also do massages. So we both had a treatment in the hammam, and it's very indulgent because you have a one-on-one person with you actually giving you a full bath treatment. So if you've got any sensibilities and are concerned about modesty at all, you have to leave those at the door. And Dawn says, hi, Natasha. Hi, Neil. Dawn's giving greetings. And yes, a massage. So it was about a 40-minute bath treatment where you get washed down with black soap and scented oils, and you get a scrub. They've got a scrub mitten that they use on you front and back. And you're allowed to wear just a piece of lower undergarment. And they give you, for your use, if you prefer, a paper disposable one. So you literally feel like you're just wearing a triangle of tissue paper for the treatment. So yes, as I said, you leave your modesty at the door. It was amazing, Natasha, absolutely amazing. The only thing I didn't like about it is you're lying on a very hot slab in a very hot closed room with hot water being doused over the towel that you're lying on, and I'm not a fan of saunas. Oh, look what's coming our way. I'm actually not sure what this is. It might be the argan nut that argan oil is made from, because that, of course, is indigenous to Morocco. But I don't know for certain. Perhaps someone here can tell me what this is. But what I was coming here for is to show you. Now, you can all contradict me here, but this is the Blue Gate. All right? Now, you're all going to sit there and say, but Lynn, it's green. So let's clear that up right away for you. This Blue Gate, the green, of course, represents religion. Anyone who was here with me for Where Am I Wednesday the other morning saw this gate already. That annoying noise is a piece of something that's being sold here in the market. You might be able to see him just there, making this annoying sound. So we're just leaving the Medina momentarily. We'll see the sunset over here, the fading sunset, and we will also reveal the blue gate. There we go. And this is the most beautiful and main entrance into the old Fes Medina. So when we stand in the right position, we can actually see the minaret of one of the mosques in through the centre of the gate there. So the pattern for the tiles of the gate are all carved out of ceramic. So it's a plain blue ceramic tile, and then the pattern is carved out of it. Also not blue, well, it is blue. Maybe it's our screens that make it look like it's not blue, but let's see if we can get a little bit closer so you can see it. I'm going to try and get you into a spot. Well, hopefully you can see it a little bit more clearly. There we go. Yes, Sarah, it does. It sounds like a bird whistle. That's exactly what it is. This fellow here. Much bluer. So probably my exposure. Let's have another look. There we go. So the Medina itself dates back 1,200 years. Now look at that sky through there. Isn't that beautiful? And then just before we go back through the gate, let's have one last look at the fading sunset behind us. In fact, why don't we walk a little way and I'll show you the outer wall and the outer gate before we dive back into the Medina. So inside Medina, there's no traffic, there's no cars. Outside, of course, this is where we encounter the first vehicles. All right, so I'm going to go up this way. Let's try and keep that glowing sky in the frame as much as we can. Isn't that beautiful? And there's the old city wall. The Fes Medina, the old Fes Medina, is the largest living Medina in the world. Hello, these little girls are waving to me, and I'm sorry, there's a bit of wind up here, so excuse me for that. I should have brought my microphone, and I didn't. So we'll go back into the Medina very shortly. But this beautiful town square, this is just like the Italian passeggiata of an afternoon. We see people that have been sitting inside all day because it's so hot, and they come out in the afternoon for the afternoon walk. Is Medina Market Souk saying it's actually it's a city. It's a city, Neil. And I was told the 5 essential aspects of a Medina the other day. Now let's see if I can remember them all. Of course, one is the mosque, one is the Medresa, which is the Islamic school. One is the mausoleum. I think sorry. Oh, and the hammam is essential as well. So the bathhouse. Ah, yes, a fountain. Here we go. Look at this little kitty cat here. Hello, pussycat. There are lots of cats in Fez. Cats everywhere, Moroccan cats. All right, I think it's getting a bit too windy and that sky's starting to fade, so we should head back in. Head back into the protective, closed environment of the Medina. Look at this sky here, though. Look at that. I tell you what, it looks far more impressive through the camera than it does with the naked eye. Hi, Claire. Where are you? There you are. Hi, Claire. And once more, looking down on the beautiful blue gate of Fez. Over in this direction, there's another part of the old city wall, just poking up above those buildings in front of us. We'll go down this way. More cats everywhere. So we've been in Fes for 8 days now. It's been really hot. Sorry? Oh, I was just being guided a little. We should not film official personnel of any kind. So Richard just reminded me not to direct the camera towards the policemen that were in the middle of the road. Okay, so one last look at the minaret through the blue gate. Who feeds the cats? It's really interesting, Lynn, as we've been walking along the laneways, we've seen bowls of water out for the alley cats, and we've seen little handfuls of food, cat pellets in the laneways. And every now and again we'll see someone like a butcher, for example, throwing little pieces towards them. So they're tolerated, their presence is tolerated, and they sometimes don't look brilliantly healthy, but on the whole I think they are loved as an aspect of Fes and the Medina. There's some lovely terraces here, so we could, if my knees allowed, we could climb up to one of these lovely terraces and watch the sunset from up there. No one wearing Fes hats. They are for sale. We could buy one. We could do a Matt Smith and buy a Fes. So yes, that terrace looks lovely up there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk down in this direction, and we might come back up that way. We'll see how we go for time. But over here on my left, we can see the coffee machine over there. Thank you. He was telling me the names of the streets. So we've got the beautiful porcelain and ceramic ware, including a fountain in this shop here. We're going to try not to direct the camera for too long at any one single person. But here we have the selection of breads. You'd confiscate that whistle, Dawn? And I would thank you for it. Lots and lots of leather in the Fes Medina. We can duck down that way just for a little way. This is kind of the souk part of the Medina. And we can see here beautiful dresses. It was explained to us the other day that when a woman gets married, she has to have an item of clothing for 7 days. The wedding lasts for 7 days. So she has to have 7 outfits, 7 bangles. The husband will buy her a golden belt. We'll go back out that way. Yeah. The husband will buy her a golden belt, and she is required to buy for her husband a carpet. So they're just some of the customs associated with getting married in Morocco. We have lots of copperware. So we were taken to a place the other day and seen how the copperware gets engraved. And these are the typical footwear. We see lots of gentlemen wearing these sort of open-backed shoes, leather shoes. These are very common footwear. Along with the long, lots of gentlemen wear the long tunic as well. Sorry, I'm just looking at the messages. Longer than some marriages, Sarah. So we are under some sort of cover here, and this does help the airflow, believe it or not. It does provide a little bit of shade during the day, but it also does help with ventilation. We also often see cats up on top of that roof. Natasha says, wow, must cost a fortune. We have been told there's a no photography sign on this particular shop, but I just want you to take a look at that beautiful fountain as we walk past it. We've been told that the gold belt that the woman is given as a gift costs around about, I think it was 40,000 euros. Was it the belt? The gold belt? Yeah. 40,000 euros. It's a significant piece of jewelry. So we are surrounded by colour and noise and people moving goods around on carts. And over on my right here, various hats, including one with that represents the flag of Morocco, which is the red background and the green star. So that's the Moroccan flag. Much English spoken. Yeah, enough, Neil. Enough, Neil, to get by. So up in that direction there, that sort of heads towards the exit in one direction. We had lunch up there a couple of days ago. It was run by a German-speaking person. So I came here on the understanding that French was the national language, and when we arrived, we found out that that's no longer the case. Arabic is the official language now. Older generations speak French. There's still a lot of French spoken, as well as Spanish. They learn languages in schools because it's in their interests as a tourist destination to have multiple languages. These stalls are selling meat-filled rolls. So she's cooking the mince up there. Do you want to be on camera? Is it okay? Yeah. So she's filling bread rolls with mince, and it smells amazing. There are two main streets in the Medina, and then hundreds, if not thousands, of small laneways. This is the smaller of the two. They run parallel to each other, and it's called Tala Siddiqui, I think it is. I might have got the second part of it wrong. And throughout the Medina, we have these fountains. This one has the water turned off, but a lot of them have water still running. This is the town water. Fes has been, or Morocco has been in drought for 6 years. So there are strict water restrictions in place at the moment, and which is why many of the fountains are actually turned off at the moment. Things cheap here? Not as cheap as Southeast Asia, Neil. So even the drink bottles have got the Moroccan designs on them. I would say probably, what do you think, about 50% to 70% of what we're used to in Western prices. Food's about a third of the cost. Beer is expensive, of course, because it's a non-beer, non-alcohol country, but you can get it. So we know of a bar where we can sit inside or upstairs and have beer. The beer is at Western prices. Tea, mint tea and black coffee, very, very reasonably priced. So a tea will cost, I'm just looking at these lovely bags while I talk. A tea would cost 10 to 12 Moroccan dirham, which is around about 1 to 120 euros, yeah. And Tishask's is 6 years an abnormally long time. Yeah, it is. It's pretty devastating for the town and the country to be in drought for so long. In our bathroom, the water is running at a trickle. And of course, you have to stand there for a really long time for the water to get hot, which defeats the purpose of having it running at a trickle. And Natasha says the beer would mostly be drunk by tourists. Yeah, mostly, Natasha. Yes. The locals will drink. I'm just looking at this stand here. He's making snacks with half baguettes. So baguettes are common here. And I'm just looking at the entrance to what... It's a school. It's a madrasa. Madrasa.
From the 14th century.
14th century.
Was built by Abu in Al-Marini here.
Oh, right. What I want to show you is the beautiful woodwork up above.
It's engraved by hand from the 14th century. Also, cedar wood hand.
Cedar wood.
Yeah, cedar wood. Yeah.
Up there. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much. So here we have coffee makers and teapots. Beautiful teapots. Coffee served black. We haven't seen any milk or butter since we've been here. We've seen yogurt, but we haven't seen any milk or butter. So we've been having black tea, black coffee. And it's really nice coffee. I'd never thought I'd say that black coffee was nice, but I'm really enjoying it. It does have cinnamon in it, I think. As I was saying earlier, it's a very much a leather city. And at the bottom of this slowly descending street, there are tanneries, which we have visited. We won't be going there tonight. It's just too far to go. It's a long way back as well. But there's leather everywhere, absolutely everywhere. I want to show you this beautiful, I think this is a mosque, but it might be a bathhouse. I'm not absolutely certain. And now it says, Tariq, how much is tea in London? I can't answer that. We'll have to let Tariq answer that one. Natasha says, is drinking alcohol against the local religion? Yes, it's 99% Muslim here. They do tolerate Western customs, mostly because of the tourism. Oh, yes. Yeah. We went and had a couple of beers yesterday. I'm going to come back to one of these places and get a fridge magnet later. I really like them. We went to have a couple of beers yesterday at a place that is local to us. We've got to know the proprietor quite well, and we wanted to have the beer outside on the terrace. So he served it to us in coffee mugs so that we wouldn't be visible from the street. Look at these basins. You see the basin there. And there's a little fountain, tiny, tiny little fountain. It's mostly lamb, Neil, but they do eat beef. In fact, we're looking at what might be a butcher here. No, they just sell beef products. They grind the meat in there. I can see there's a meat grinder. Want to buy some nougat? They sell nougat here. I can hear a call to prayer, and we're standing underneath the minaret as well. Okay, so the beer costs 35 dirham. Yeah, for a small one, as opposed to 10 dirham for a cup of tea, and 40 dirham for a tagine. So we're looking at buying some nougat. Nougat is big here. Oh, look at the big chunk of nougat there. We're just hearing a call to prayer. Oh, he's actually going to package some up for us, is he? Nougat, Neil. It's Nougat. It's an almond paste made into a confectionery. There we go. It's quite hard and chewy, and it's filled with nuts. So I think we might get almonds. I think we might get almonds in this one. What is, can't read that, Natasha. Could you type that one again? I'm not sure I understand what that question is. I'm having trouble reading it. Yes, Dawn, it is. It's nigger. So he's packaging up some nigger for us. We've paid 10 dirham for some nigger. I might keep moving if you want to catch up to me. And we have another open doorway here, which I think is for a mosque. Now, non-Muslims in Morocco are not permitted into the mosque. So the mosques are only for people who practice the Islamic faith. And this gentleman over here is actually carving out stone. So I think he's carving out texts from the Quran, perhaps, in the stone. Is it okay if I film?
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you so much. So we can see how the precision.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I said coffee, Natasha. Yeah, sorry. And then over here, after they've carved it, they stain it with a black ink or coloured ink, so that it shows up. Oh, look, here we go. Here's our nougat, and it comes with different kinds, different flavours, with nuts as well.
Dates.
Is that dates, is it? Oh, is that a fig?
It could be fig paste.
I'll have a taste of that. No, we don't say the tea in nougat. Here we've got prickly pears. Excuse me, eating. Prickly pears. And then over here we've got some kind of cake. And this is one of the most beautiful fountains over here. We actually did see the water running on this one the other day. I want to show you the sky while we're standing here as well. They do, don't they, Dawn? The breadsticks, very popular here. So we're going to go a little further along this laneway, and then I'll head back up. Here we go. We can see in through here. And look up here, the beautiful laneways all lit up. And lots of lovely leather. Just getting out of the way of these people. So here we have oils and perfumes. When we had our treatment at the spa, the hammam, the other day, I think they used eau de cologne, which was interesting after we did our tour in Germany, in Cologne the other day, and took you to the factory, the old shop for 7-Eleven eau de cologne. And then in the hammam, we had the treatment. They used eau de cologne. In the States, we pronounce the tea in nougat. That's interesting, Tish. I'll have to try and remember that when I get to the States, so that I'm understood. There we go. And more of these fridge magnets, more souvenir things, things like that. I don't know. They're kind of interesting, aren't they? The little doors. I'll come back. And Don says nougat is the way we say it in England. See, different everywhere, isn't it? I'm just going to move aside for a moment and look back at this shoe shop. Now, I think this is very reasonable. These shoes are only 30 dirham each, which is about €3. Those sandals over there, they actually look really good. Is anyone still there? On. Took me ages to come back to you. I don't know if anyone's still there, but I'm back now. And for anyone who was patient enough to stick around as long as that. Oh my God, Dawn, you stayed with me. You're wonderful. Tina, hello. Everyone's still here. You're such loyal and wonderful, supportive people. I love you all. Well, that was a bit alarming. How long was I out for? Must have been a good 5 minutes. Thanks for staying with me. I really appreciate it. So we're heading back in the away from the bowels of the Medina. Let's stay in safer ground. I was going to take you through this laneway, but I'm a little bit nervous now. For all of those who weren't with me the other morning, I'd really love to. Oh, I lost my signal, Natasha. So what do you think? Are we brave enough? Are we brave enough to go through the laneway? It's absolutely gorgeous. I know Tariq would love it. Let's give it a try, shall we? Bear in mind that if I lose you, it's because we're in this really, really narrow little laneway. And I will try and get you back as soon as possible. But this is the artist laneway. And you can see here, it's just gorgeous. So we have this little small person here in front of me. I don't really want to film him. I want to film what's behind him. Look, the artwork on jeans. You got to love that, don't you? No, it was all on my end, Tariq. It was all on my end. I'm going to take you through this gorgeous laneway. And we are going to have to take our turn with people wanting to take photos as well. So let's just head on through. And I'm going to show you some of this beautiful, absolutely beautiful artwork. And I'm absolutely loving the jeans. So, I wouldn't say I'm famous. I've got a small following. This fellow wants to say hi to you guys. I'm live right now. So there you are. Hi.
From UK?
No, Australia.
Oh, my husband from Australia.
Okay. All right. There we go. So they all wanted to say hello. Oh, Tish, that's too kind. I'm not famous. I'm famous with a very small number of people. How's that? Look at this. Where am I going? Okay, now this is the artist studio here on the right, and we did a walking tour the other day, and we got to go inside and meet Omar, the artist. Where did she think you were from? She thought I was from the UK. How about this for a lovely bag? Oh, thanks, Tish. So there's a cooperative of 10 artists that contribute to this laneway. I love that. I love that one there. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And then we have this kind of, I don't know what you call that. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's definitely the Medina at night. You can see the 3 minarets there. Absolutely beautiful. And then we have these fellows. I'll just scoot ahead of you guys. And the veiled woman's face is repeated in these little mini sculptures as well. Yeah, Neil, we buy one in every country, so we don't have to get one here. We can wait till we get to Marrakesh. It's the only thing we buy, although I'm just waiting for these ladies. Although we actually ended up purchasing something we weren't planning to the other day. And what happened there was, this is the first golden rule of being in the Medina. Don't go get caught inside someone's shop and let them stand between you and the exit. Because we ended up buying something we weren't intending to. So we got ourselves a tiny, tiny little, it's about this size, little tagine. And yeah, so definitely weren't planning on buying that. But anyway, we've got ourselves a souvenir from Morocco now. Let me just have a look behind at this gorgeous street. There we go. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Natasha. You're all gorgeous. All right, so we're back in the food area. I'm just going to take a quick look up here to the left first, and then we'll head back down towards where we're staying. But this is all sort of foodie stuff along here. A couple of the places here I won't linger on because they're a little confronting. Put it this way, that some of the butchering does happen here in the marketplace in front of you. So we won't be lingering on any of those stores. Over here we have a kind of pate. These big sausage shapes of pate. We've got lots of olives and preserved lemons. Yeah, Tina, I'm conscious that not everyone wants to see the whole process of how we get our food. So, absolutely. Now, dates. Dates are a big thing here. Yeah, okay. So here we have in this stall here, figs and dates. And then on the left, I want to show you this. See that sign there, the hexagonal shaped one? Its shape indicates that this one is a dead end. So that one doesn't go through anywhere. If we were to see a street sign that had a square for the name of the street at the entrance to the laneway, that would indicate that it's a throughway, a thoroughfare. So here we're seeing, once again, the pates and sausages. And I gave Richard an instruction earlier, but he says, I've got the nougat, so we don't need profiteroles now. Ah, looks like it's one or the other, and we don't get the profiteroles. We miss out on the profiteroles, unfortunately. Here's some more nougat in different colours. So we've got different green, pink, white, yellow nougat. Those look like eclairs. Yeah, they were profiteroles and eclairs there. I think that's down to the shape, mainly. The long ones are eclairs and the round ones are profiteroles. Is that right? That's how I understand them. So we have street vendors here selling fruit. And I'm just trying to see another laneway. Oh, here's a square. Very dark one, but here's a square. Okay, so that sign up there, the square, I'll try and find a better one for you. That indicates that this is actually a thoroughfare. This one will actually go through. Oh, did Lynn say she had to go? I'm sorry, I missed it. You're very welcome, Lynn. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Lovely to see you, and sorry I missed you saying goodbye. And thanks for the heads up, Tish. Okay, so we've got lots of new work going on here as well. You can see new timbers above our head. This is a UNESCO World Heritage listed site, the whole Medina. It, as I said earlier, it dates to more than 1,200 years old. It was founded in the middle of the 9th century, so around about the 880 something or other. And there's going to be a big tournament here for African football in Morocco. So the African League, I think it's called.
Nations Cup.
African Nations Cup, for anyone who's interested in football. Morocco is going to be the host nation for that next year. So there's a lot of building work happening at the moment, just prettying up, tidying up the town, fixing up anything that needs fixing and repairing in preparation for the African Nations Cup. Yeah, this is a terrace bar up here that looks absolutely gorgeous. African Nation Cup, that's it, Tariq, absolutely. And down on the right, we're outside a music store at the moment with ukuleles and guitars, which we do recognise, and a whole lot of things that I don't. But there's also, I still don't know what these are. I think they may be smoking implements, but I'm not absolutely certain. These sticks. I thought I saw a fellow smoking with one the other day, but it seems odd in a music store to have them. So I really couldn't tell you what they are. At first glance, I thought they were drumsticks, but they're definitely not drumsticks. Hi, Mary Lou. Great to see you. Thanks for joining. Flutes? Flutes? Don't possibly, I guess. Yeah, it's with these stores, you don't want to stop long enough for anyone to think that you might be interested in buying something. So if you even point or look in their direction, they immediately go, oh, right, I can sell you something. I can sell them something. So you have to be really, really circumspect when you're looking at things, because there's a good chance that someone will try and sell you something. And here we can see a stall selling argan oil, spices, saffron, perfumes. They look like smoking pipes to you, Sarah. Yeah, that wasn't my first thought. Now, I could be wrong, but yeah, that was my first thought. We have things here like dried flowers and leaves, star anise, chilies, different spices. And this fellow's sewing. I won't turn the camera in his direction. Oranges are big here, and orange juice is really, really cheap. So we've been having absolutely freshly squeezed orange juice every single day. And I think we pay 10, is it 10 or 12 for an orange juice? Which again is about €1 or just a little more. And Tina says they don't have no thank you very well there. And Dawn says would be odd to sell smoking pipe with instruments. Yeah, I agree, Dawn. I agree. I totally agree. It's just a total contradiction. It seems really strange, but I don't know. They look like smoking pipes. But again, I could be totally wrong. And then over here, yeah, this place is selling coffee to go, takeaway coffee, and it's actually cooking on top there in those pots. We're not sure if it's sand or actually coffee, but you can see here, there's the coffee roasting, cooking on the top. This is actually really hot. And then we've got pasta and seeds and oils being sold over here. Beautiful vests. Lovely vests over there. Oh, Natasha, in Australia, freshly squeezed any juice is expensive. Unless you do it yourself. You want to buy a freshly squeezed. See, here they are again in another music store. For smoking. It is for smoking. There we go. He's just confirmed it. Are you okay if I film you? So this gentleman here, hi. Gabri. Can I pick one up? So, okay. So it is a smoking implement. This lovely gentleman has just confirmed that that's what this is. You're going to explain it to me? Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what those little things were. Oh, look
We
at
put
that.
this one here. We put cannabis here.
I see.
Cannabis and then smoke.
Right. Okay, there we go.
It's traditional.
It's a smoking pipe. Pipe or
Smoking
tube.
pipe, yeah.
Yes. Or tube, yeah.
And here, different.
Beautiful musical instruments. Yeah, they're gorgeous. And what do you call that one?
This one,
Yeah.
it's called oud.
Oud.
Yeah,
That's an oud.
yeah, it's famous.
I have heard of it. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Shukran. Shukran. Well, that was nice of him. That was very nice of him. I don't know where Richard's. Oh, there he is. Okay, Richard's waiting for me just over there. Yes, he said cannabis. Hashish. Yep. So they must do that in private because I've seen no indication, no hint of cannabis smoking anywhere here. So they must be doing that in private. It is a smoking pipe. The fellow explained it to me. Look at these. Alley cats. And then this bar up ahead is the one that we've been to a few times. We've frequented it a few times. And they have fabulous live music in there. So we'll get to hear it as we walk past it. He's making orange juice for us. Fantastic. And they've got ginger and peaches and lemons, mangoes. So here's the prices up here. We've got mint. Oh, there's the tea. Coffee, Berber coffee, herb coffee, rose coffee, milk coffee. Milk coffee, that'd be the first time we've seen milk coffee, I think. And then we've got smoothies and also milkshakes. So there's various things here. Is it legal there? I'm going to have to find out, Neil. I'm going to have to ask. Tish says kiff pipes are used for a mix of cannabis and tobacco. Gotcha. Okay. Right. I'm going to go down towards the music. So Richard's going to get an orange juice made. And I'll head down towards the music. So we have basket wares here. So the wind's picked up again a little bit. And you can see that a lot of these basket wares that are down here beside me are used as lanterns as well. So there's a lantern lampshade there. Oh, thank you. Just got me a little sip of orange juice. Now, what I am considering doing, let me know if you're interested. Would you be interested in me getting a henna session on the hands? I need to find out how much it costs. What do you think? Should I do that? What do you think? I'd love to do it, but I don't know how much it costs. I'd probably set up the gimbal on a tripod if I was going to do it live. And I'd have to ask the lady's permission if she'd be willing to do it as well. But if everything falls into place, I might consider doing it. And this is the music bar. There's 4 levels in this place. Do you want to go around the back? No? What do you say? No. We've nearly been an hour anyway. But I can show you. It's a very groovy looking bar. It's lovely interior. And then there's 3 more levels above us here, including the rooftop bar. Got roses. Oh, the smells. The smells are amazing. Lethargy says, I would try edibles, but I don't. They react well with antidepressants. couldn't tell you, lethargy. No idea. All right. We've just about reached our laneway, and I'm a bit worried that the signal would go if I head up there as well. Plus, it's a bit noisy here. So, to the tune of this amazing live music, why don't we bid you all farewell? I'll turn the camera around. Bear with me. I was just so glad to get you all back. I don't know what to say. So, I've got children hassling us at the moment. I'm not sure what they're hassling us for, probably money. The other day, Richard was kicking a soccer ball around with a bunch of teenagers, and once he finished, they asked him for 5 dirham. All right. Okay, so thanks everyone. What have I got lined up? Where am I Wednesday, I guess, is the next one. So we'll see you in a new city. We'll be in a different part of Morocco next time we meet. Thanks everyone. See you next time. And if you loved it, if you think I deserve it, give me a tip. Okay. Bye everyone.